Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas. I'm the Reverend Beth Simmons, and this is the weekly message for the Hancock Congregational Church. We are not having our regular worship this morning. The church is open for a couple hours for people who need a space to just come and sit and be in reflection or prayer, or just have a little peace and quiet for a little bit. And next Sunday also, January 1st, New Year's Day, we will also not be having worship, and instead are encouraging folks to go out and start the new year out in creation. Although again, there will be a weekly message posted here on YouTube for those who want a little nugget to take them into the new year. So it's Christmas. We made it through Advent, made it to the stable and the manger, and the baby Jesus has arrived. And sometimes it feels like this is the conclusion of our story. We journeyed through Advent, we have traveled, and now we've arrived. And this is the end. And whether it's because of the busyness and all of our commitments and stress that we put on ourselves throughout this holiday season, but here in the US in particular, many of us are very quick to be done with Christmas on December 26th. Trees and decorations come down, recycling heads out to the curb, and all those radio stations that have been playing continuous Christmas music since before Thanksgiving switch back over to the regular programming, and it's like Christmas never happened. And in so many other places around the world, at least places that have folks practicing Christianity, it is a much slower transition. And in fact, here in the US, so many people often don't know that the 12 Days of Christmas, made so famous by that carol, is not the 12 days that lead up to Christmas, but 12 days that begin on Christmas Day. So the partridge in a pear tree arrives on December 25th. And then continues. So Christmas, the season of Christmas, does not end until Epiphany, January 6th. Epiphany is when we celebrate the arrival of the Magi to visit the baby Jesus. And some scholars think that didn't happen maybe even for 2 years. But we'll get more into that later. Future Epiphany post. But in the US, we don't have Boxing Day, which they celebrate in the United Kingdom. We don't celebrate the Feast of St. Stephen, which is December 26th, also the same day as Boxing Day, but which, if you know the carol about Good King Wenceslas, he looked out on the Feast of Stephen, that is December 26th. We don't do any of those things. We go back to work. We go back. Kids go back to school after January 1st, from vacation, and we sort of glaze over Christmas. And Christmas we just brush it away. And so I want to invite us this year to stay a little longer in the stable. Stay a little longer with the baby Jesus. Stay a little longer with the story. Stay a little longer with the star, with the shepherds, with the angels, with Mary, with Joseph. Stay. Don't rush to be past Christmas. And I know that for some of you, Christmas is a painful time, and so you want to be done with it as soon as possible. But there is something about Christmas that should not be rushed. There are lessons to be learned. in the stable. What could we gain from staying in the Christmas season? 12 days is not that long, but maybe you can't do the full 12 days, but what if you stayed with Christmas for a week? For the rest of 2022, stay with Christmas. Keep your decorations up if you've got them up. Keep the carols going if you've been listening to them. Or maybe you don't start until Christmas Day and just listen to the songs. Stay with the darkness and the light that Christmas brings. Stay with the scripture and the story. Just stay. And see what happens and how you feel. This is not a time or a story to be rushed. We spent Advent in expectant waiting. So let us treat Christmas as a new beginning and stay with it for a little while. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a joyous, holy, calm in the midst of chaos day.